Spencer Coffman. Thank you for watching the Deception Tips videos. They're all about teaching you how to read people and detect deception so that you will be able to tell if someone is lying to you. Today we are going to talk about a tip that is very closely related to the one we talked about last week. You can check it out in a card up here. We're going to talk about whether it's important to call out liars and when it's important. Because sometimes people may be lying and the truth in that situation, maybe it doesn't even matter. And so it's up to you if you can spot these lies. Hopefully you can through all of these deception tips we've been learning about. You're able to see the truth and spot the lies. And it's whether or not you are going to call it out. This is a heavy burden that you have on you now because you're able to see things that not everybody else can see. You're understanding these things that not everyone else can understand. And so now that you have this new light or this new knowledge, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to use it to hurt people, or are you going to use it to help people, or are you just going to use it to have a broadened awareness of the world and keep it to yourself? It's really up to you, but it can kind of hit you hard. So that's what we're talking about today, and here it is, deception tip number 88. When calling out a lie, ask yourself whether or not the truth really matters in that situation. So this is probably the most important tip of the entire thing because this is the one that is going to have the greatest impact on you and those around you. Whether or not the truth matters and what you're going to do about that. Because if you observe two people having a conversation and maybe someone is bringing someone some candy and they say, wow, thank you so much for this candy, I really appreciate it. But you happen to know that the person receiving the candy is allergic to chocolate and they just received some chocolate. Are you going to say, hey, you're allergic to chocolate, you can't have that, and you're going to make the person who gave it feel bad? Why would you do that? The person who received the chocolate most likely knows they're allergic to chocolate. And if you know, and they just said, wow, thank you, I really appreciate it, you probably know they're not going to eat the chocolate. They're just taking it to be polite, and they'll probably re-gift that later or give it to their mom or their siblings or whatever the case may be. Is it up to you in that instance to call out that lie, that polite lie? Remember last time we talked about display rules and being polite, and so is it up to you to call that out or to let it go? Does it matter? And that's what you have to ask yourself. In that situation, did that lie matter? Or for example, receiving a present is a good one. Other things like, how are you doing today? Do you like my shirt? Do you like my haircut? Any of those types of conversational aspects. When someone is in conversation like that, does it matter whether or not you call out that lie? Is it important? Now, if it's a life or death situation, or if you say, how are you doing today? And they say good, but you maybe know that they're not good, something might be going on, you may want to prod a little further. But you don't need to ask them in front of everybody. You can ask them privately so you don't embarrass them or cause other problems, etc. So just keep that in mind that as you start to see the truth all around you, it may not be wise to go ahead and point it out in every certain instance. Because what you're going to do is you're going to embarrass people, you're going to make other people feel uncomfortable, and then you're also going to seem like you're kind of a jerk because you're just going around calling people out on every single thing that really you just made everybody feel kind of crummy. And so that's no good for anybody. But if the truth matters to you, you can maybe go up to them privately and then talk to them, because now it's between you and them. You didn't expose it in front of everybody, you didn't become a jerk, etc. Again, it's up to you. But it's very important. What are you going to do with the knowledge? Ask yourself, does the truth really matter in that situation before you call out any lie? So if this is your first time watching these videos, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel on YouTube to learn more about all of the different tips and finding whether or not people are telling the truth. Feel free to comment below with any questions you may have as well. Also, if you'd like some more information, we've got books, podcasts, and blog posts all available on spencercoffman.com that are dedicated to teaching you exactly what everybody is really saying. Until next time.